Hello guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Joy. Today's video is going to be about making this kimono drawstring dress. It's a very free dress. On the two sides we have drawstrings. I'll be using, this is the fabric I'll be using. This is scuba fabric, scuba, and this is velvet fabric. I'll be using the scuba for the main dress, and then I'll be using the velvet for the pockets. I just want to give it a little shining look. So this is my darkless bodice, my darkless dress block, my darkless dress block pattern. In case you do not know how to draft a darkless pattern, I'll put the link in the description box so you go and watch and learn. It's very simple to draft. So on this pattern, I have my front and my back dress block. There is no dart on this pattern. So this is what I'll be using to draft. This is what I'll be using to make this dress. It's a kimono dress, a very free dress. So let's go straight to the drafting. My fabric here is about, it's not up to 3 inches and 3 yards, sorry. It's not up to 3 yards. So I'll be adding to the length. The original length of this dress is supposed to be 65, but I will add like 10 extra inches so that when you drag the drawstrings, it gives this kind of fullness and it doesn't become too short. So I'll be adding to the length just to accommodate the drawstring area. Okay? All right. So I'll just fold my fabric into four parts. So I folded my fabric into four equal parts, and this is my darkless bodice pattern that I'll be using to make this kimono. So the first thing that I'll do is to extend my shoulder. This is my shoulder seam. I'll extend it towards the end of the fabric. Okay. All right. After doing that, let me see what I have. I have 10 inches. I think that should be enough for my kimono sleeve. So the next thing I will do is to square a line. I'll just square a line from this one downwards. See the way I placed my ruler? Square a line downwards. Okay. And then connect to the armhole. Connect to the armhole. I'm using a round arm of 10 inches. I'll mark that here. Then connect to I'm just connecting to my armhole to serve as a guide for me to. If you look at the video, you'll notice that this side is kind of straight down. So let me just extend my hip and then my waist. It's a very free dress, so and be straight all the way from the hip down. I think I have 5 inches here, 5 inches including my seam allowance. So I'll just connect from I'll just use my hand to curve this part a bit. I didn't measure. So I'll just connect like this to my just connect. This is about this should be like 2 inches, 2.5 in, just to give it that armhole look. Okay, so now connect from my waist to my hip. I think this is okay. Then use my long ruler to complete it. So the full length of my dress, this is 72, although that's too much, but I don't mind. Since I'm going to be adding a drawstring, I'll just work with 72. I'll eventually reduce the length with the drawstring. Okay, so my full length is 72, and that's fine. So this is what we have right now. Then I'll add my seam allowance to the neckline and the shoulder. The seam allowance will be added half inch, just half inch will be added to the neckline. Remember, this is the back. I'm still going to cut out my basic front neck when I'm done with the back. Okay, that'll be all. I'm going to cut out now. It's a very simple dress. I'm just going to cut out. So this is what it looks like right now. I'll trim off my back neck from the pattern. I'll trim off the back neck, then cut the front. The neck is quite high on the picture. So this is it. My front and my back cut together. This is the fabric I'm using for the pockets. It's stretchy. I think I'll be doing 10 inches, 10 by 10 inches. This, I'm starting from here. I'm cutting off this edge of the fabric. So I'm starting from here. So I'll be doing 10 inches. Is that not too much? Okay. What's in the picture is like 9 inches. That's the length by, I think 8 inches should do. So I'll make it 9 by 9. 9 by 9, including seam allowance. 9 inches by 9 inches, including my seam allowance. Okay? As for the two pockets. Now this velvet fabric is it's not a very stable fabric. It's kind of, it behaves. So what I will do is to stabilize it with I'm going to be stabilizing it with scuba so that it behaves well. So I'll be cutting from this one just to stabilize it. You see, I started rolling already. So this is it's serving as my kind of interfacing, not really interfacing, but just to give it a bit of stability so that it looks good on the dress. Because the scuba fabric is very stable. Okay, so I'll just trim off this part that I don't need. And then the design on the pocket, I'll also be using my velvet. I'll just cut a very long strip of fabric. I'll also be using my velvet for that. I'll cut something very long. Um, I have pinned my facing on the neck. The fabric is very stiff, quite strong, so I didn't bother ironing and interfacing on it. So this is the back and this is the front. So I'll be going to sew half inch round. After sewing, I'll notch and then do an understitch for the front and the back. I've turned the neckline. I've turned the neckline and done my understitch for the front and the back. And then I've also sewn my velvet on the scuba. Then if you look at the picture, you notice that the pocket is rounded at the down part. So I'm just going to trim off the bottom part of the pocket. Just a little trim. Leave it alone. Okay, so this is it. Then the pocket will be placed I think 2 inches below the waistline of my dress. Just 2 inches below. I think I'll need to get my pattern to locate the waistline. Okay, so this is my pattern. This is my pattern. And this is the waistline. So 2 inches, and I think 2 inches is okay. This is 2 inches below. So I'll just put the center front. And the spacing between my pocket will be like 3 inches in between the two of them. Huh? So my pocket will be somewhere here. Okay, I think I will do 2 inches. Two is not bad. For the two of them. So 2 inches in between the two pockets. This is how far I've gone with the dress. I have joined it along the shoulder and I've joined the sides. And this is the I decided to use this bias tape for the strings I'll be using for the drawstring, just the normal bias tape. So I just turned it inside out, and this is how much it is. So I have joined the side. And the next thing I'll be doing is to open up the sides like this, then run a stitch down all the way from from the waist. Actually, as seen in the picture, from the waist, I'll I'll sew it down like this. This on this side, I'll sew this one down, and I also sew this one down like let's say 3/4 of an inch. I'll be sewing 3/4 of an inch where I'll be passing the strings into. I'll do that all the way to the inline.
At this point, I'm just fixing in the strings into the channels that I created. I'm using my needle, the double thread. So I'm just fixing the needle into the string and then I tied it. So I'm fixing the needle into the channel. I'm going to be doing this for all the 4 channels.
I've gotten to the end of the first one, so I'll just continue on this other one like this. I'll just keep pushing in the needle until I get to the end of this one. I've succeeded in passing the strings into the 4 channels. And the last thing I'll be doing is to work on the hem line. Okay guys, this is the final result of the dress I've been making. This is what it looks like. We have 2 pockets with ruffles and a drawstring on the side, on the 2 sides of the dress. Came out so beautiful, and this is what it looks like. This is the back of the dress. This is what the back looks like. One very interesting thing about this dress is that the drawstrings can be reduced or increased to whatever length you prefer. So this is the long length version.